Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the first Pop Spot review of 2026.
Wow.
I am your host, Andre C. Right over here, joining me as always, my co-host, my boy, it's AWS. How you doing, sir?
I am doing great. It's a new year. Same me. I do have New Year's resolutions in the pack, but most of those are with, this. I want to make this better. Yeah, I'm okay. My voice is a little shot from last night, but it is what it is. Probably not as shot as yours, because you were actually ring announcing.
Yeah. It was more than usual because I had to do 6 matches, plus I had to do all the an entrance and all the eliminations of the Battleground Rumble.
I mean, I got the eliminations as well, but I appreciate you.
No, but having to announce them every time?
Oh, that's fair. Yeah.
And then I had referees coming over. He's out. Because sometimes I couldn't see who was being eliminated at times. So
it was a chaotic night, to be sure.
Before
we begin the review of the show, I want to introduce I don't want to say always reoccurring segment, but a new segment that I want to try and do, because I love trying new things. And my good friend Andre gave me this delicious looking peach mango ginger ale. And I want to just do a thing where I try it on the show. That's pretty good, actually.
It's
nice.
You taste the ginger ale, you drink, and then you get the peach mango as your aftertaste.
Yeah, the peach and mango hit the back of your palate. It's nice. Yeah, it's a solid 8. I like that. So for the people watching the show, if you ever want me to try,
when I cracked mine open, it went sploosh onto my laptop. It went sploosh onto my laptop when I cracked mine open.
That's why I opened it a bit further away from my laptop. So if anyone watching the show wants me to try,
I want to crack it by the mic. I was cracking it by the mic, so
So if anyone on the show, anyone watching the show wants me to try a can of pop, an energy drink, honestly, whatever, just give it to me, and I will make sure to try it on the show and let you know what I think, because I want to try and make this work. It won't be every episode, but I do want to try and make this a thing.
Yeah. So yeah, I think we should talk about it. I think we're going to talk New Year's
Let's
Retribution.
Talk about RCW New Year's Retribution,
featuring the Battleground Rumble.
Yeah. So we're going to kick it off with match number 1. It is a tag team contest. It is the team of the RCW Commonwealth Champion, Bobby Sharp, and the RCW North American Champion, Mitch Clark, taking on the team of big swinging promotions, Gussy Jones and Weston King. As we put it pretty eloquently on the way to the venue, it's Team Mobby versus Team Wussy. You're the one that came up with Mobby. I'm the one that came up with Wussy.
Yeah, definitely Wussy. Definitely Wussy.
Only someone Wussy would say that we're the worst podcast behind our backs.
Yeah. A jerk off would do that, but
yeah. So Bobby comes out, and you give him his intro, and as he's doing his entrance, Weston and Gussy attack him from the back and completely ruin the vibe of the intro.
As usual, Gussy ruining the vibe.
Yeah, that's a very Gussy coded thing to do, is ruin the vibe. So they beat down Bobby for a while, and then Mitch manages to get out, run them off. He does the fun entrance thing where he pulls off the tearaway pants, and everyone loves it.
I heard a rumor they locked him in a room. That's why he couldn't get out there.
Okay.
It's rumor, but if knowing Gussy, he would lock people in rooms. That's what Gussy does. He's creepy.
I mean, Gussy has tricked you in the past, so I guess tricking other people is fair game.
Yep.
So yeah, we get Mitch coming out to save Bobby, but Bobby is led to the back because they're worried he might be injured. So it starts out as a handicap match with Mitch taking on Weston and Gussy. Mitch actually starts off really good at the beginning of this, and it's like dominating at the beginning with like big fall away slam, knee in the corner into an exploder. Beautiful sequence at the beginning. The story of the match is Weston is kind of holding his own against Mitch, and then every time Gussy is tagged in, he goes in, tries to do a move. Mitch fucks with him, and he immediately tags out back to Weston. I find that really funny that Gussy can't do anything except eat hot dogs and drive a forklift.
And I don't even think he does those very well, but
I mean, he did get certified. That's all we know.
yeah.
Just
because you get certified on a forklift doesn't mean you're good at driving it. I've seen a lot of bad forklift drivers that are certified.
Yeah. Weston manages to take over in the contest. We get all the Weston King classics, the cheap shots, the choking on the rope, the distracting the ref while Gussy chokes the man on the rope, all the classics. Eventually, we get a big double clothesline. Both men are down. And we get Gussy comes in for a second. Again, continuing the story. He comes in for a second. He screws up. Weston immediately tags back in because he's like getting sick of Gussy. Regains control. We get a moment where Weston has him in the full Nelson, looking like he's going to go for the crowning achievement, and Gussy is approaching him like he's going to, punch the guy while Weston holds him. Mitch makes light of this situation by drop kicking Gussy out of the way because he's not getting his legs held, and he manages to stumble Weston back and get out of that for a second.
Look good.
We get a big return. Bobby comes back. He gets the hot tag, and he mows Team Wussy down. We get a big Michinoku drivers to both Gussy and Weston. But yeah, Bobby goes up top. He hits a big swanton for 2. Then we get the finish of the match. Gussy is distracting the ref, I believe, with him and I think it's Mitch on the outside. Distracting him long enough for Weston to pick up his sunglasses and do the old King Regal special, the power of the punch with the glasses as brass knuckles. Punches, I believe, Bobby in the face and then gets him down.
As you didn't see, Gussy running Mitch into the stairs on my side where I was at.
Oh, so, I don't know if we're doing a stair counter. I think we don't need a lot of. There isn't a lot this time. Well, don't worry.
Mitch was going to get back in there, and Gussy just ran at him like full body tackled him.
Yeah,
and Mitch went into the stairs.
Gussy with the mutually assured destruction. But yeah, we get
Gussy
the power
going to the stairs, but
we get the power of the punch from Weston with his glasses for the 1, the 2, and the 3. Team Weston and Gussy win. Team Wussy wins.
Team Wussy.
Team Wussy. And
we got there's so much disrespect for them, and it's
I mean
only half the team disrespect is warranted. It's really
the Gussy disrespect is entirely warranted. And look, I
like Weston. I just don't like Gussy.
I will continue to say I like Weston as a wrestler, as a wrestler, but it's just that he seems to think that everything that goes wrong in his life is my fault. So whatever.
It might be.
Yeah, I'm totally the one sabotaging his matches. Me sitting there saying nothing and taking notes.
Yeah,
we get a little bit of post-match
for other people. That's what the problem is.
Exactly. We get a little bit of post-match. Mitch picks up Bobby, and they get a little show of respect. The crowd cheers for them. Bobby seems to be okay, even though he got his ass handed to him at the beginning. He should be fine. I'm wondering where this goes with Weston and the 2 champions here. I imagine he's going to pick one of them and try and get a title shot.
Well, I feel that even though it was a dirty win, Weston has now warranted a shot at the British Commonwealth Championship after pinning the champion.
I think I could see that.
We could see that in an upcoming show, very possibly.
I mean, that'll work for Weston. He only has to work 10 minutes.
Yeah, it's done after 10 minutes. So
yeah. All right, we're gonna move on to match number 2 of the evening. It is our taxi driving friend Esmeralda Romano Fugazi taking on Americato, who came out in like this plastic looking Trump mask. It's not as good as the stupid cardboard cutout of Trump's face. I personally found that funnier because it's slightly more stupid. That the Trump mask that he had tonight, it looks just like uncomfortable to wrestle in. Thank God he took it off this time.
Not later.
Yeah, we'll get there, but it just looks uncomfortable. So we get at the beginning, just like the last match, Fugazi.
Can I give it up to this crowd though?
Oh yeah, this crowd was great.
This place was packed. We had 4 rows on the stage side. We had 3 rows on the merch side, and we didn't have a row against the one while we keep the spot in front of the bar, no seating there. By the time the show started, we had 5 rows on the one side, row along the wall, on the wall where I sit. We had people sitting along that wall. We had 4 rows over on the merch side, and then we had a bunch of people just standing everywhere.
Yeah, people came to pack this place.
Oh, we had a group. There was a birthday for a guy named Josh. 25 people in that group. So we had where Adam usually sits near me was actually reserved. It was a reserve section.
They bought 25 seats, but I get it. Like,
yeah, you can't argue with somebody buying 25. We're not arguing with that. If you bought 25 seats, we'll give you wherever the frick you want to sit. But yeah,
exactly.
The place was just packed, and like I'm loving that we're seeing so many new fans coming out. And the reactions we're getting from these new fans are absolutely incredible. The hate for Kato, but he came out wearing that mask. Holy moly.
Yeah, the amount of vitriol in that crowd. The vitriol is a word I use a lot for this show, but yeah, no, it was a really good crowd. Shouts out to the crowd. Yeah. Especially that birthday. Shouts out Josh. Happy birthday, Josh. He's not watching this. If he's watching this, let us know.
Yeah, but again, it was just an incredible crowd to give this show such life, and especially like first match they were hot for that, but then when Kato came out, it was the hate. Crazy.
Yeah, it was crazy. So we get similar to match 1, Fugazi continually trouncing Kato in the beginning, capped off with a beautiful knee to the face in the corner. For 2, or no, it wasn't in the corner. I think it was just off the ropes. 4-2. We get Kato taking control with his trademark cat-like agility and reflexes, including a slingshot springboard suplex into the classic Kato taunt, the burying him in the litter box taunt.
Yes. When he was doing the scratching of the group we were talking about, 25 people, there was one girl just laughing her ass off. She's just going she's like, he's doing, what the hell is he doing? The crowd was loving it. Like they were loving and hating him at exactly the same time. It was absolute perfection.
It was beautiful. Yeah, we get a beautiful cat scratch spot where he scratches Fugazi's chest like he's a pole in a living room somewhere. We get his trademark Kato jumps up onto Brett's rope and does like a twisting maneuver onto the middle of the ropes into a splash. I think that's really cool. I think it's a fun like move. We get Ezzy coming back with a gut wrench GTS for 2. That was a beautiful looking sequence. It was like a gut wrench into a torture rack position. Then he flipped him back over onto the fireman's carry into a GTS.
No, he flipped him right out of the torture rack, just went boom into the torture, like right out of the torture rack into that. He didn't even flip it forward.
He just went from the torture rack. Yeah, okay. It was still impressive.
It looked smooth. It looked great.
Yeah, absolutely. We get more comeback from Ezzy. Rebounding European uppercut off of the rope looked amazing. We get the double arm block that I love that he does. Like when someone goes to swing with a lariat, he just blocks with both arms, pushes it down, picks him up into a Blue Thunder Bomb for 2. It was very beautiful. Oh, yeah, it was a 2. But the only reason he didn't get the win off of that is that Kato grabbed the rope. He was a bit too close to the ropes. We get the finish where Kato takes off the turnbuckle. It distracts the ref, Ian Smalls. Kato hits Ezzy in the balls, undoes another turnbuckle, and throws Ezzy's face first into it. Then he gets up onto the top rope, hits his big overcastle neck breaker finisher onto Ezzy for the 3 and the win. Kato picks up the win in the contest with some dirty tactics at the end.
He did.
We get a post-match promo where Ezzy says that he wants to run it back. I agree. I think this could be a good rematch. But Kato doesn't want to do it for nothing. He says that if Ezzy loses, you're going to get your ass deported from this promotion. So if Ezzy loses, he can't wrestle in RCW anymore.
Yeah. And I gotta say something. We had a giant omission last show for newcomer of the year.
Yeah, I was about to mention
Esmeraldo. So I gotta give a shout out to this man. He absolutely had an incredible 2025. All respect to Esmeraldo. He's had an incredible 25.
Mm-hmm. He did. He was very close on my list. I think he's basically my number 4 on that list. So shouts out to Ezzy. You do great, sir. Mm-hmm. Bravo. All right, we move on to match number 3. We get a 6-man tag team contest here. It is the team of the Toxic Juggernauts with Mustache.
Hold on. Yeah.
Toxic Juggernauts
just in time.
Not Mustachio. It is the Rebel Heart just in time. And they are taking on somehow still cohesive and still together New School Violence. Old school violence. I put here in my notes new-ish school violence. It is the team of Steven Styles, Steve Wild, and Scotty Ace. Now, last show, Boxing Day Brawl, there was a lot of dissension between Steve Wild and Scotty Ace. There was a lot of bad blood there, and they tried to get things sorted out, but Steven Styles didn't want to get involved during the show. So I assume during the New Year's, they got together. They tried to get some of this ironed out, and they got it good enough there they could have a 6-man tag match here with the Toxic Juggernauts and not Mustachio. So that's something. We get Justin starting off at the beginning against, I believe it's Steven Styles at the beginning.
I think so.
Yeah, Justin. We get the return of my favorite part of Moses Luke, the mocking from the corner Moses Luke, where Justin keeps dodging Steve's, attempts at a collar and elbow. And every time he dodges, Mo's just like, hey, you see, so he dodged you there. You should probably pay more attention there, Steve. And I'm like, oh, God, Mo is a treasure for this business. And eventually, Steve gets one of the loudest slaps to the face I have ever heard. I don't know if it was a slap to the chest or a slap to his cheek, but either way, the pop that the thing made, it literally sounded like he kind of shot him with his hand. It was brutal sounding. We get my favorite part of Steve Wild's segments in this match is at one point Steve Wild is attacking Justin and he just spits to the outside. And one of the ladies right behind me was like, "Oh my God, don't do that. Ew." Which, fair. Spitting inside is not a good look.
Not really.
Yeah, eventually Scotty gets in, livens up the match a little bit with his signature top rope offense, including a massive looking spine buster for him. We didn't have a update on his hat.
297 pounds.
Dang, that hat is getting big. Scott, we get a little bit more of Moses and Tyler James in the match, which is good. Everyone seems to get their fair shake. I don't have a lot of notes on this one. I apologize. Everyone got their fair shake, though. Everyone got moves. We get eventually Scotty gets murdered by Moses Luke. So Scotty, they do the big, Scotty is sitting down and Moses bounces off the ropes and does like the big crossbody into him. And it literally, the noise that came from the crowd when Mo did that.
They felt so bad for Justin on that one. Because, like,
no, it was for Scotty.
Oh, on Scotty. Sorry, not Scotty. It's
Yeah.
Justin. But on Scotty, because, okay. So, Moses is like a 350-pound dude.
Yeah.
Scotty is 150 pounds without his hat.
Without his hat.
Dude, he's more than double the weight of Scotty. He could have killed him on that running crossbody.
He really could have.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh.
Yeah, it was one of the quotes from behind me. That is attempted murder. And that is what that was.
Mm-hmm.
We get exactly. Scotty gets thrown into the corner near the end of the match. Moses goes for his big corner splash, but Scotty manages to dodge it and hits a final draw. Love when he hits the final draw. He
also earlier in the match busted out that spine buster of his on Justin earlier in the match. That was beautiful.
It was a beautiful spine buster. So he hits the final draw on Moses. That gives him enough time to make his way over and tag both Steves in. He goes to tag both.
He tagged both Steves, and Moses ended up tagging both Justin and
Tyler James and
Tyler. So
yeah. So
the ref just went.
Essentially, the match devolved into chaos at this point. There was a lot of things hitting each other. There's a point during this little fight where Steve Wild sets up, I believe it's Justin time, so Scotty can super kick him, but Justin manages to dodge out of the way, and he super kicks Steve Wild in the face. They get pissed off and start arguing at each other, and while Steven Styles is distracted, Tyler James manages to roll up Steven Styles for the win for the Toxic Juggernauts and Not Mustachio just in time. They get the win, and they get out of there pretty quick because it is time for old folks drama.
Okay. I'm going to summarize this because it was just a lot of bullshit from a lot of people. Steve Wild pretty much his promo came out. Steve Wild pissed off at Scotty Ace for kicking him in the face. Scotty Ace says, he does say he doesn't think it was an accident. He thinks it was on purpose. Or Scotty says it was an accident, but next time it won't be. Styles is tired of their bullshit, so he says, you're going to have a match next show, and he's going to be the special guest referee. And then Scotty agrees to it. But then Steve Wild says it needs something more than that. So Styles makes it a first blood chain match.
He puts it, such a weird way because he says we're gonna have a chain match, and then like at near the end of his sentence he says it's going to be first blood as well. I'm like
well, you can have a chain match without being first blood.
Yeah, I know, but it's just. We were talking about this on the ride home, and I was just like, this match has too many gimmicks, I think, because it's like first blood chain match, and Steve Styles is the guest ref.
That's the worst part. Steve Styles is the guest
ref. That is
unequivocally
the worst part. Like, I could watch Scotty and Steve Wild in a chain match. I'd be down.
Oh, another stipulation. The winner is Steve Styles' tag partner. Shouldn't it be the loser is Steve Styles' tag partner?
Seriously,
I love you, Steve. But
yeah, we love you, Steve.
I was like, but again, okay. So Steve Wild and Steve Styles are your RCW Canadian Tag Team Champions, where Steve Styles and Scotty Ace are your International Tag Team Champions. So if Steve Wild is to win, does the International Tag Title transfer to Steve Wild? And if Scotty Ace wins, does the Canadian Tag Team Champion transfer to Scotty Ace?
Or do they just vacate that title?
Or do they vacate? That's the question. Yeah. It's the question we all need answered. And I guess I'm going to have to be the one to clarify it at the next show because that's my job now.
I mean, you did sign up for it.
I did.
I
like having my modicum of power.
Yeah, I'm hoping we can figure out all of it. Because honestly, like if the story is as complicated as the average Yakuza game, that's that becomes a problem. Especially with all the influx of new fans. Like, you don't want to confuse them right out of the gate.
The logic of everything that has to do with Team Steve is
baffling.
Let's just say that.
Yeah. All right, that's enough of that. That you've got all of the stuff for that post match. We're gonna move on to match number 4. Better things. It is a match for the RCW Canadian Championship. It is the man of the North, the RCW Canadian Champion, Rich King, taking on the hungriest.
Hey! You're wearing the wrong shirts. You don't get to put your finger up for Rich King.
Oh, screw you! I told you, don't make
the RADzEST Champion Alive.
The RADzEST Champion Alive, the King of the North, Rich King, taking on the hungriest dog in the game, the newest young blood, one of the coolest guys, and one of my favorite people in this business. It is Othias
the Jones. Man you snubbed at the Poppies.
The man that I completely forgot at the... Yeah, okay, I apologized for that.
He was on my short list.
He was on my short list for RCW Man of the Year.
You just said you forgot him. I never forgot the guy. He just didn't make my list.
I said I snubbed him. He was on my short list for a couple of things.
You forgot him. You know it.
He's such a dick. This match, when I saw this match, I had 2 immediate reactions. 1, oh my god, this match is going to be so awesome. And 2, oh my god, I can't choose.
And 3, oh my god, I have to wear the Toxic Juggernaut shirt so I don't pick a side.
I had to wear anyone's shirt so I don't pick a side.
Yeah, you had to wear Toxic, which is the Toxic Juggernaut's a great choice because they said it's a Simpsonified of the 3 of the Toxic Juggernauts,
and they're more less commonly here.
Yes, I love them in the tag team too. So
yeah,
I have that shirt. I love wearing that shirt. So
yeah, it's a great shirt. So yeah,
I wear that shirt just out in public in general, and people just love it because it's Simpsonified. So
yeah, which is good. So this match starts off really well, like a really awesome chain wrestling sequence with these two, and this leads to something I was talking with Othias about. Is he thought his match with Nate Nixon at the last show was kind of meh, but
it was not.
He said it wasn't, but he personally wasn't a huge fan of it because he prefers doing the technical wrestling stuff. This was a technical masterclass. This is like Brett and Owen, honestly. It was very, very great.
Well, let's bring it back a little. I don't think it's Brett, but it was very good.
It was very good.
I love both these men, but neither is Brett and neither is Owen. Sorry, okay, I gotta go that.
All right, fine. We'll calm it down a little bit.
I love both these guys. I love them both, but
yeah, good. This chain wrestling sequence is good. This is Othias holding his own and proving that he can handle Rich King, and maybe he has a chance at the Canadian Championship. So this is good. We get Othias putting Rich on the back foot for a bit. Rich does come back with a series of submissions. He gets a STF sort of situation with the leg. He transitions it into a crossface. There's a lot of transitions here. Again, a very beautiful technical sequence at the beginning. They both roll to the outside and they start exchanging chops. And these are some sick sounding chops. They are brutal sounding. They get back into the ring and Rich whips Othias into the turnbuckle, and he whips this guy like at Mach 5. Like he bounces off of that turnbuckle and like stumbles back a few feet before falling over. It is once again brutal looking. We get a big Samoan drop from Othias for 2. We get chops into, I don't have the move here, but he hits a big move for 2, and then he gets up and starts trash talking, saying that he can handle Rich King, like no one gives a crap about Rich King, which is fine. Like Othias finds time to trash talk whenever he can, so it's like
he does.
We get a beautiful Othias combo. The super kick into the inverted atomic drop, into the regular atomic drop, into the twisting neck breaker. All moves that he excels at, and they looked beautiful. And that was a 1 for 2.
And And Rich King ain't no stranger to an atomic drop either. Because
Yeah, he ain't.
I used to use that as a part of the tag team combo.
Yeah. Othias gets thrown into a corner, and Rich hits his classic jumping knee into the corner. Beautiful looking. He goes for the final cut, but it gets reversed into a Russian leg sweep from Othias for 2. And we get to
it was a very good spot because Rich was looking to put an extra little bit of stank on that final cut, so he lifted Othias to go into the final cut with him lifting.
Yeah.
A little stink, but Othias just flipped through into that Russian leg sweep. Looked really good because Rich looking to put some stank on that final cut, but
trying to punctuate that final cut.
Othias was not having any of that.
We get another great moment from the crowd here. Rich hits a stunner, and the crowd just starts going, "Oh hell yeah!"
And Rich is going around going,
"Yeah," just full on stone cold. He also hits that into a cradle shock for a 2. Very cool spot. But we get the finish where Rich goes for a Rich Olympic slam. Othias manages to worm his way out of it and tries to go for his finish, which is the code breaker, I believe. Rich catches him, flips him back down, and hits a big Rich Olympic slam for the 3 and the title retention. Yeah. Wow. This was a phenomenal contest. Post-match, we get a little bit of a show of respect for Othias. Rich gets him up. He shakes his hand, lifts his hand, and Othias lifts Rich's hand. And there's a lot of mutual respect despite the trash talking. Both of them seem to really respect each other's work ethic and technical mastery. So this was a great contest. It was. I can't say anything else other than this was great.
Yeah, I very much enjoyed this. I was so looking forward to this going into the show because 2 of my favorite people in professional wrestling, and Rich King and Othias Jones. Othias just has become so quickly one of my closest friends in this business. Like every time he walks to him, I walk through him, he's in. He just grabs me and hugs me. He's one of the nicest guys. And again, I've known Rich for years. Absolutely tremendous human. I was so excited to watch this, and they did not disappoint. These 2 had an incredible match together, and the dog can only go up. He takes the loss here, but he's just building such great momentum for 2026 in well, he did in 2025. Looking at 2026 in just an incredible year, and where it looks like 2026 is going to be. It's starting to build. He starts it off the championship match, and he can just keep going.
Only get higher from here.
Yeah. It's going to be a great year for Othias Jones.
Great year for Othias.
And Rich, my boy, Rich King, keeping that championship around on his shoulder for another show. Again, he's been defending on every show since he won his championship. He's not hiding from matches. He's willing to fight anybody. It's absolutely incredible, and I can't wait to see what's coming in 2 weeks, the next show. It's good.
I'm excited to see what's coming next.
Yeah.
Don't show the graphic for the next match yet because there is a promo that I want to chat about. So we head into match 5, and T.Y. Jackson comes out. So T.Y. comes out, and he cuts a promo about how he's sick of the Mad Lads and people like them trying to take his spot. Because every time someone wants to make an impact on RCW, they attack T.Y. So T.Y. is sick of it. He's like, okay, you Mad Lads, you get out here. And we get the tag team debut of the Mad Lads on RCW.
In those thick-ass tracksuits.
The tracksuits are great. And they do their thing. They do their big handshake at the entrance. It was really cool. They come in, and they start talking crap to T.Y. About, I don't have exactly sound bites.
Essentially, they're just calling him crazy, saying he's stupid for calling them out when he's on his own, calling him stupid, but saying, we'll fight you 2-on-1. Let's do this. We'll kick your ass. We're ready for a handicap match.
And then T.Y. says, I actually do have a partner. And the difference between him and you is that my partner is actually a champion. Nice, calm flute music plays as who comes out? But the RCW Alberta Heritage Champion, Tony Machete, for the first time in Edmonton in months.
And yeah, so Nate is back on the mic again and says, No, it's supposed to be 2-1. No, I'm not. He's not. You weren't even supposed to be here. You haven't been here in months. And then I literally took the mic from him and I said, tag team match right now. And he like Nate's yelling at me saying no, and I'm just like, it's happening right now. And I jump off the apron and I said, it's happening.
Yeah, I wrote that.
Yes.
I wrote that moment where it was like Nate was like, "You cancel this match right now." He's just yelling at you, and you just say, "No, it's a tag team match right now." And I'm like, "Oh my god, Andre's standing up to the Mad Lads. I'm so proud of him."
It's my job to make sure these matches happen. It's happening. I don't care what they feel. They don't care because it was set up as a tag team match, but nobody knew the partner for Tony for T.Y. Jackson. I didn't know it when it came out, and so they decided to come out before his tag team partner came out because they didn't think he had a partner.
Yeah.
Well, Othias did make the save for him last month when the Mad Lads were beating him up. Othias literally just wrestled match, so we all knew it wasn't going to be Othias because he literally just got finished wrestling Rich.
Yeah, he literally just finished wrestling Rich.
So it was up there. Who the heck was his partner? And they believed he didn't, and he did. So I was like, no, we're getting the tag team match, you dummies.
Yeah. So this match starts off with a beautiful, TY's classic high impact offense. We get the Assassin's Creed Revelation spot, as I call it, where he rolls over the doubled over man, and he goes for, I believe he just kind of wants to go for Hurricane Rana, but they pick him up into a powerbomb position. But he does manage to rewind it back down into a beautiful Frankensteiner-esque Hurricane Rana. He tags in Machete, and Machete gets his big moves in for 2. So much for Mad Tings. Not yet, at least. Nate does manage to take control for a moment with his classic chop. It is effective. It does make the noise much louder. We get a beautiful dual tope suicida from T.Y. Jackson and Tony. So they're both in the ring, and the Mad Lads are both outside the ring. So they both bounce off of a rope, bounce back, and both hit a tope onto each of their opponents.
So good.
Beautiful looking.
So good.
Yeah, it was very beautiful looking. Nate with a massive, nasty German onto Tony Machete. It helps that, like, whenever it's closer to me, it feels more impactful, but it is still incredibly loud and incredibly brutal every time he does it. It is my favorite move that Nate does.
And then he hits that, and then Will comes over the top with a tope atomico over the top onto Machete, which looks so good. So I can say, because in a couple of weeks at LPW or LPWX CWS, he's got an Air Miles match. Looking like he's adopting a little bit of high flying moves there.
Looks like he's working on it, which is, I mean, if he wants to keep that championship of salvation, he probably needs to.
Which he will.
Yeah, they go for a super buck nasty on Tony Machete, but Tony manages to, I don't remember if it was a kick or a punch, but he manages to push Will Taylor away, or Nate away. Gets out of the super buck nasty position, and he hits a massive double jumping flatliner to the Mad Lads, which gives him just enough time to get a big hot tag onto TY. TY runs wild for a bit, hitting a cavalcade of kicks, super kicks, roundhouse kicks, several kicks, and he caps it off with like a massive enziguri onto Nate for 2. We get a massive TY cutter. He gets thrown into the ropes, but he manages to springboard off and hits an Oz cutter. It's an Oz cutter or a TY cutter. It was very close. It was like 2.9. It was very close. Tony tags in and he hits his classic Tony Machete sling blade. So good. One of the greatest sling blades in Canada. Nate manages to come out of nowhere and hit Machete with a buck nasty. which he goes for the pin, but it is broken up with a house call super kick from TY.
Yeah, that jumping house call kick, like, oh, so good.
Mm-hmm. TY goes to the well and goes for a TY cutter, this time off of the corner, but Nate counters it with a knee to the back of the neck. It was brutal looking. He immediately picks up TY into a power bomb, and then a double knee, which is broken up by a Machete. Machete manages to tag in. I'm gonna skip this one. So now we get the finish. We get a big knee to the face from Will to TY. Machete goes for a roll up. He gets a 2 on that on Nate. They pick him up and they hit a super buck nasty onto Tony Machete. And that caps off the match for the 3 and the win. The Mad Lads, as they say, did mad things.
So the stipulation that I didn't happen to mention because this was supposed to be mentioned before, but I got interrupted. The winners of this match got into the Rumble. The losers did not. So we didn't get TY or Machete in the Rumble. And that's why.
Damn, which is unfortunate. They would have done great things. I mean, we know TY has a history of doing great things in Rumbles.
He does. He just went coast to coast on the Rumble.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here's my favorite part of the match. It's not because of It's not because I hate Andre, but it was just so funny. Post match.
What? But you hate
I
me?
do not hate you. I'm explaining.
The show is over.
Damn. Okay, it's over. It's good while it lasted. Post match. Will Taylor tries to kick Andre out of the building.
Oh my god, I had to fight him off. I'm trying, he's grabbing me by the jacket. He's trying to throw me out the emergency exit. I'm like, oh, trying to run away from him the entire time. I'm like, you're not throwing me out of here. It's kind of cold outside.
Kind of. It's more slippery than it is cold outside.
Yeah. What the fuck, man? Trying to throw me out of the building, that jerk.
That was. I'm not gonna lie. I did laugh a little bit at that. I'm sorry.
Oh, even better. Mr. Andreas, sitting right next to you, and it's happening right in front of him.
And he didn't even notice. Oh. Sorry, Andreas. We love you.
Damn. The dude has these giant Coke bottle glasses, and he still can't see.
So we move on to intermission at this point. There is an intermission, a brief intermission.
It was about 10 minutes, yeah.
It was a 10-minute. Everyone got a chance to catch their breath after that match. And we came back with an RCW Women's Championship match. It is Vicky Vicious, your RCW Women's Champion, taking on the intangible Zoe Sager. If you want to switch the graphic.
Oh, I apologize. I was reacting like, yeah. This match was incredible. I was just super excited to watch this. But I can tell you this. Bobby Sharp's mom does not like Zoe Sager.
Oh, Bobby's mom was here? I didn't even know
that. Was that lady next to you? The three people on the wall there? The one on the end where I was standing closest to me.
I did not know that was Bobby's mom. That is cool. Mom. They were cheering for Vicky.
He was not about Zoe Sager. I can tell you that. She was the anti-Zoe Sager. She was all about Vicky Vicious in this one.
I enjoy both of these ladies' work ethic and both these ladies' technical expertise. Zoe came out in amazing new blue gear.
Yes, fire!
It was beautiful. It was kind of sparkly. It was really cool looking. I dig it.
I gotta say, Zoe has been on point these last couple of years with her gear game. She's always had good gear, but her gear has really evolved and just keeps getting better and better and better these last couple of years. Absolutely, I gotta give it up to her. The gear is looking so good.
Yeah, for sure. Got to give it up to Zoe, and Vicky is always, Vicky is always. I like her. Ashley Massaro-esque gear. I like the vibe. Yeah. So we get a good sequence at the start. Vicky gets into the corner really early, and Zoe goes for her intangible boot, as I call it, the one where she jumps up onto one rope and then hits a boot. But Vicky manages to reverse and like sort of torque throw her boot, like her boot is here, throws her boot off, and it manages to cause Zoe to face plant, which was a cool like little exclamation point at the start.
Yeah, those are good. When Zoe gets her legs hooked her and face plants, it's always a great spot. It always looks good.
We get Vicky gets into her angry mode where she's like full serious, full I am going to kill you, which is always great. Starts laying into Zoe with a brutal looking ground and pound. Just goes full UFC fighter with it. We get a final cut. I did not say who did this. I think it was Zoe hits the final cut for 2. We get a power bomb, which is reversed into an enziguri by Vicky, I believe. We get a small package, which looks like it could go either way because they both kind of like maneuver into this small package ball, and it looks like it really could land on either person's shoulders, but it ends up landing on Vicky's shoulders, but Vicky manages to kick at it too. We get Zoblivion, as you called it. We get the Liv Morgan Oblivion, but from Zoe, so it's Zoblivion 4-2. She throws Vicky into the corner immediately and goes for another intangible, but it gets missed, and Vicky hits a massive spine buster. Very good looking, also for 2. We get Vicky's classic. Zoe is down in the corner, and she gets her classic Meteora choke, where she goes for a Meteora and just tries to squeeze the life out of her. Very cool. We get a sort of, I don't know what you would call this, but it was like a pump handle backdrop suplex where
Jesus, and she like tosses Zoe over her head and just dropping Zoe on her head. It looked like she murdered her there.
It literally looked so
good.
brutal. It was really brutal. But that was also just for 2. Zoe manages to get her fire back, and she hits an intangible boot into a running knee 4-2. Always good to see that. We get, as you put it, Vicky manages to come back and hits a falling vicious bomb 4-2. Very good looking power bomb. We get the finish of the contest where Vicky, she saw that Kato did this earlier in the show. She unties the turnbuckle, throws it off to another corner so that Ben is hopefully distracted. By the way, the ref, Ben Omen. Ben is hopefully distracted long enough where she grabs her women's title, goes to hit Zoe with it, but Ben is too quick with tying those turnbuckles. He sees
finished tying that shit. He just saw her out of the corner of his eye. This is the first ref I've ever seen in my life when they're distracted by a turnbuckle, sees the actual cheating happening and stops it.
Thank goodness for Ben. He's so good at his job. But yeah, no, Ben sees it out of the corner of his eye, and they do a little tug of war thing where he's trying to not let her do the tag, hit it with the belt. But it eventually ends off with Vicky shoving Ben to the ground, and Ben just looks at her like so confused, looks at Zoe, looks at Ben, or looks at is it Vicky again, rings the bell. It's a DQ. Vicky is disqualified. Zoe wins by DQ. But of course, Vicky is still your RCW Women's Champion.
I can very much see this happening again in a couple weeks because we're back on the
I'd love to see these two run it back.
I want to see these two go again. I love seeing Zoe wrestle LPW, and I want to see her more in RCW. I want to see more of everybody. I love seeing a lot of these wrestlers working in different promotions. We saw a different side of Zoe. We saw the kind of good guy Zoe in this one.
As opposed to
LPW. We've been watching her be a heel for the last while, then having this kind of turn towards being a good guy when she was seeing Stephen Crow, but then kind of going back to the bad guy route in LPW because she teamed up with
the Mad Lads. Yeah.
intangible madness.
That's good. That's good.
Just figured it out.
Welcome.
But yeah, yeah, absolutely. I want to see more from both these two. I thought this match was like so good. Every expectation I had, I already had a high expectations for this match and exceeded them by a long shot. So good. Both these two, just absolutely.
It was very good.
Tremendous.
Absolutely amazing women's match. Absolutely. So we move on to our main event of the evening. The main event is, of course, the 2026 Battleground Rumble. It's another Rumble, ladies and gentlemen.
One more time. One more Rumble. One more time.
One more Rumble. One more time.
Don't worry about it until the end of next year.
All right. So we did this in a very simple way because Andre was ring announcing. He was able to take down all of the entrances and eliminations. I also have eliminations, but I will be completely accurate. I do not have an accurate count on who got eliminated when. There was a couple that I missed because Rumbles are chaotic.
That's fine. We'll go through it.
Normally, I like to count up the eliminations and see who got the most eliminations in the Rumble. I didn't have the ability to do that because I missed too many.
Yeah, this one was pretty chaotic at times. So there was eliminations I almost missed, but then I had the refs telling me who was out, and I got to call it. So we'll go. Okay, so we started off Gussy Jones and Weston King. So they got the extended start time because the entrants were about every 30 seconds in this match, but they gave the first 3 minutes, about 3-ish minutes.
Yeah, they got the extended cut.
This was such a good opening because you had Gussy Jones coming out number 1, looking
in his
like
big pimp jacket,
looking like the cheapest pimp I've ever seen.
Yeah, valid.
And then you have Weston King coming out second. So the two of them are getting, they're facing off, and then one would duck the other, and then they face off again, then one ducks the other, and they keep just not fighting each other.
The crowd was laughing at it, and it was just there were this is wrestling chants, there were fight forever chants,
there was a kiss chant started.
Yeah, there was a kiss
right
chant
behind you. Oh my god! The crowd starts chanting "kiss, kiss, kiss, kiss," and then Gussy seems like he was down for it, but Weston. And I don't blame Weston. Who I wouldn't want to kiss Gussy.
Jeez, it was hilarious. The kissing.
Oh my god, so good, so good. And then third in is not Mustachio, the Rebel Heart, just in time. Out number 4.
He gets murdered.
Yeah. Out number 4 is Gussy's arch enemy, Esmeralda Romano Fugazi.
Still has had little luck cleaning up all that puke.
Yeah. Out number 5, making his return to the Edmonton independent wrestling scene, Nightmare number 6.
I love whenever a Nightmare comes out. It's such a fun throwback. God, I love big PWA 2017, 2018 vibes.
Yeah. Number 6 is the German juggernaut Moses Luke.
Very
Number
good.
7, the legendary Steve Wild. Number 8 is Bobby Sharp. And then we get to our first elimination of the match.
Yeah, finally, after a long while of no one getting eliminated, Just in Time is eliminated by Weston King. He gets thrown over the top rope very sharp, very easily. You know,
and
done.
Number 9 is your RCW Hardcore Champion, Tango Tyler Rose.
Very cool.
Number 10 is the headline, Sean Martins. Then we get to our second elimination of the night.
The second elimination is Gussy Jones is distracted, and I believe it's like the Maven spot where he gets drop kicked over the top rope by Nightmare number 666.
Mm-hmm.
This is the first time in at least a decade where I have seen a Nightmare get an elimination in a multi-man match like this. So
yeah, usually they're cannon fodder and you just get tossed out. So
and they just wave. That's all they do.
Yeah.
They just
And then, so Gussy gets eliminated here. And then as he's heading for the back, he's like, no, I'm a manager. I'm staying out here to manage Weston in the Rumble.
Yeah.
Like,
come on.
Like, Smalls is trying to toss him out, but he's like, I have a manager's license. I could be out here. And so and then I didn't mention that when Steve Wild came out, Steven Styles came out with him, and he was managing Steve Wild throughout this match.
So he had a reason. He had a justification.
Yeah. And then out number 11 is the Canadian Goose, Kyle Shaw. But as he was making his
Bobby Sharp does get eliminated during Kyle Shaw's entrance. I don't have who eliminated him.
Yeah.
But he was eliminated by someone.
Yeah. Number 12 into the match is the other member of New Old School Violence. It's Lone Star Scotty Ace. Number 13 making his return is Dangerous Danny Evans.
Very happy to see him.
We got elimination number 4 here.
Yep, number 4. Steve Wild is jaw-jacking with Scotty. Steve gets eliminated by Moses Luke.
Well, not just by Moses Luke, but Moses Luke and Steven Styles.
And Steven Styles. Oh, yeah.
Styles pulled down the top rope from the outside for Wild to whip Moses into. So Moses go over.
Yeah, he was trying to help get. Yeah, he was trying to help eliminate Moses, but Moses reversed it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So Steve gets eliminated. He gets pissed off with Styles. They're jaw-jacking. And during this little jaw-jacking situation, Moses manages to pick up Scotty Ace. And where is that? Where do I have that yet? Moses picks up Scotty Ace, throws Scotty over the top rope. Scotty is caught by Steve Wild. And he's just holding He's just holding Scotty. And Steven Styles is like, no, don't drop him. We need someone from our faction to win this Rumble. Do not drop Scotty Ace. And Steve Wild just smirks and drops Scotty Ace.
Yeah. And so as Scotty Ace was being eliminated there, we got our 14th entrant into the Rumble, making his RCW return, our boy Jack O'Connor.
Yes.
He's back.
Kickboxing king.
Number 15, the King Bright of the 6KB6. Number 16 into the match is the Real Talk, Dean. Time to fist Richter.
I love that there's just a thing now wherever I start chanting time to fist, he just looks at me and gives me this stinkiest stink eye.
Then we had elimination number 6 coming.
Yeah, Weston King does manage to get eliminated here. I didn't see who. I think he was eliminated by KB6 here. I might be wrong. That seems most likely because he was closest when
he's trying to hold Weston in, trying to stop him from getting eliminated. Was fucking we got another elimination here.
We had another elimination. Tango Tyler Rose was eliminated by Real Talk Dean Richter. He got thrown over the top rope, and he had a post on Facebook where it was like, "This was the most BS Rumble I've ever been in. I was beaten up by a goose. I was beaten up by a lion. I got squished by a giant grizzly bear, Moses Luke. What's next, a Yeti?"
And then we got entrant number 17, a white shirt, William Taylor. And we got another couple eliminations after this.
Yeah, we get Moses Luke getting eliminated by headline Sean Martins and Steven Styles. There was definitely some finagling to get Moses over the top rope. But he did eventually manage to get Moses over. And at the same time, Nightmare is also eliminated at this point. I didn't see who eliminated the Nightmare.
I missed that one. I just saw him on the floor. So
yeah, he got eliminated. Good work for the Nightmare. He got an elimination. That's more than most Nightmares get.
True.
We got a little bit of a Wrecking Crew reunion here.
We do.
With Sean Martins and Dean Richter. Shouts out to Vince Austin once again. Like they whenever they're in an RCW ring together, they seem to float towards each other.
They hit that Wrecking Crew powerbomb on. I can't remember who it was. They hit the Wrecking Crew powerbomb they do in this match. So yeah. Outnumbered number 18 is Sheik Shabazz. And we get another elimination.
Yep, as Fugazi is eliminated by Dean Richter here. Dean Richter on a bit of a tear. We get, I believe this is where we get a very funny moment from Kyle from the Goose here. Goose gets Jack O'Connor into the corner, and he hits a Honko Buster on Jack O'Connor. He just goes full Bronco Buster, but it's him, so it's a Honko Buster. Very cool.
Yeah, number 19, the other half of the Mad Lads, it's Nasty Nate Nixon coming out, and they're double teaming Sheik Shabazz in the match here.
Yeah, they're like, hey, I mean, we're also an LPW. We know that his partner don't go here, so let's just take Sheik out of the equation.
But wait, there's more. Entry number 20, his partner does go here, making his RCW return for the first time in years since he put a hole in the wall over by the entrance area, by the entrance to the building. You notice there's a big square patch on the wall. That was him. That's because of B-Rat. B-Rat Gorani making his RCW return, baby. He's also jacked because when he's jacked. He's juicy. He's Sheik Shabazz when Bear came out. He's also jacked. He's also juicy. B-Rat Gorani.
I love B-Rat so much, and I'm so happy that we get Paralira in RCW in the Battleground Rumble. If we get a little bit of a Paralira and Mad Lads preview to the LPW 44 coming up in a couple weeks. They beat the shite out of each other.
Yeah, and then out number 21, Mercado in his Trump mask, and he wears
the Trump mask for the entire time.
Yeah, I
you
don't know.
Psychopath.
Out number 22, because nobody can cross him, it's the Barricade.
The greatest intro in RCW announcing history is Andre's Barricade intro. So good. Always good to see him.
So out, and then we get a dual eliminations here.
Yeah. So the Mad Lads try and cross the barricade, and they learn that nobody crosses the barricade. The Mad Lads are both eliminated by Barricade.
And then out number 23, TNA superstar and one of the stars of Sing's in the ring. It's Raj Singh.
This was my first time meeting him. It was really cool to.
You never saw him as Fabian Ribeiro back in the day?
No, I wasn't there at that time, and if I was, I don't remember.
It was a dancing dude. He was a dancing guy in the late 2010s. Fabian Ribeiro. He was like
RCW.
No. This is in PWA. He had the man purse.
Okay, I probably do remember.
He had the man. Remember, he had the man purse, and his shirt was like yellow, and he would come out and like dance.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I remember him.
But he's going by Fabian Ribeiro. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you had to connect those dots, but yes, I remember.
Yeah. Then out number 24, it is Toxic Tyler James.
Very cool.
We have a slew of eliminations after this.
Yeah, we have a slew.
3 eliminations before we get our final entrant.
Yeah. So we get Kato is eliminated by the Canadian Goose, which is good. Canada eliminates USA. Fun little thing. The crowd popped. It was cool. Danny Evans and Sean Martins are both eliminated by Raj Singh here. They both get thrown over the top rope by the Singh that is in the ring. Jack O'Connor is eliminated.
No. Before that elimination, we got our final entrant. Who is it? Oh, it's only
Othias Jones.
The hungriest dog.
Othias Jones.
Yeah. And then he's a final entrant at number 25.
Yeah, we get plenty of eliminations here and plenty of stuff that I have to talk about. So at this point, Jack O'Connor is eliminated by KB6. We get Barricade gets eliminated by Paralira, which is cool. Tyler James also gets eliminated by KB6. I didn't think we were going to get this in the Battleground Rumble. I was so happy when they did it. We get murder from Paralira. They murder Goose. I love murder so good. And people around me were like, is that move actually called murder? Yes, it's actually called murder.
Okay. This is what I used to. That's what I called it for the longest time when I was doing my old show with Mel. And when they started doing the move, I just yelled murder one show. They liked it. Now, do they still call it murder? I don't know, but I do.
Yeah, if you want us to call it something else, please let us know. But until then, it is murder.
Yeah, because dude, it looks like every time they do it, it looks like they kill a person because
It really does.
It's a razor's edge from Sheik with Birak coming over the top for the
with an
Overcastle.
friggin'.
Oh,
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
It literally looks like they break his neck.
Yeah. And then they toss him over the top and Goose was eliminated. So we're down to our final 6. It is Sheik Shabazz, Birak Gorani, Dean, Time to Fist Richter, KB6, Raj Singh, and Othias Jones.
Final 6, yep. Although that quickly becomes the final 4 when Paralira are both eliminated by KB6 and Raj Singh respectively.
Mm-hmm.
And now we have the final 4: Raj Singh, Real Talk Dean Richter, Othias Jones.
No. Dean, Time to Fist Richter.
Time to Fist Richter. And KB6 and Othias Jones. We get a seismic fist driver onto Othias Jones from Real Talk Time to Fist Dean Richter. But Othias has the wherewithal and ring awareness to roll under the bottom rope before he can get eliminated. Very smart. Then we get Dean taking control. He's suplexing both KB6 and Raj Singh, trying to prove that he is the dominant force in this Rumble. He really wants that title shot because he came up short against Rich King last time. And because we didn't mention it, the winner of the Battleground Rumble gets a Canadian title shot.
Gets a shot at any championship of their choosing at the 24th anniversary show.
Yeah, the 24th. Yeah. Is it 24th? I thought it was 23rd.
No, 24th anniversary. Yeah, 24th anniversary.
Oh,
that's what I was told. That's what I was told.
Okay, so the winner gets a shot at any title of their choice at the 24th anniversary show. Dean is still in control, but he does eventually get eliminated by both KB6 and Raj Singh. We get what is supposed to be the final 2 in the casual mind's eye. KB6 and Raj. They go for another 5 minutes at the ish. It's a decent amount of time. We get to a point.
Good little back and forth between the two of them, though.
Yeah, a good little Rumble end game, as I like to call it. We get to a point where KB6 is trying to eliminate Raj over the top rope, but Othias raises up. He sees the opportunity. He slides under the ropes, and he eliminates both KB6 and Raj Singh. Your winner of the 2026 Battleground Rumble is Othias Jones. Yeah, I was so happy. I was so happy that it happened.
That was so good. That was so good. Othias Jones winning the Rumble. So, yeah, and they came up. Winner of the 2026 Battleground Rumble and getting a shot at any championship of his choosing at the 24th anniversary show, the hungriest dog, Othias Jones. Yeah.
Yeah, and he cuts a big promo at the end, talking about all of his struggles.
He goes to cut a promo, then Raj and KB6 come back in. Raj takes the mic from him.
And I understand Raj taking the mic because he's never here. He's never in Edmonton.
Thanks the crowd, and then just give it up for your winner, and then they leave. And Othias, man, he goes on a tirade because he's been hungry and he's finally being fed.
He gets all of his aggression out. He talks about how he's struggled living on the north side of Edmonton, which, trust me, as a north sider, I get. He gets all of that aggression and how much he loves this city and how much he loves professional wrestling and how he promises that he is going to take a title at the 24th anniversary show. And the whole time, the crowd is just enamored. Everyone is hanging on every word. And whenever he says that he is a hungry dog, the crowd just starts barking like he's Braun Breaker. I am so happy, and I want that to keep being a thing. Please keep barking at Othias.
Yep. I'm 100% down with that, dude. Bark for the hungriest dog, man. Let's do this.
Yeah. He has a very long and it's a very impassioned promo. I was hanging on every word myself.
Mm-hmm.
I will admit I didn't hear everything he said because
eventually Small our referee and Small just walks to the ring, starts going.
Yeah.
Telling him wrap it up, motherfucker.
Come on, wrap it up.
I'm gonna go home.
Yeah. Which I don't blame him. He was here since the beginning, so I get it.
Yeah.
God, no, it was a very, very lovely promo. It was a really good way to cap
was.
off the show.
Yep.
So yeah, Othias is the winner of the Battleground Rumble, and he gets a title shot of his choice at the 24th anniversary show. So good for you, Othias.
But we almost at the end of this. But I have a question. What's your match of the night? 'Cause I know you're having trouble.
Okay. I this was a really tough one. It was extremely tough for me. Any of the last 4 matches could have been my match of the night.
You pick one then.
I did pick one.
Okay.
I did pick. In the end, I had to go with what I enjoyed the most, and I think the one that I enjoyed the most is Rich King and Othias Jones.
Ooh, okay.
It was a technical masterpiece. It was a really fun championship match, and it set up Othias. Yeah, he didn't win the title, but he did set up his beautiful feel-good moment of him winning the Rumble. So I have to give it to Othias and Reg here. It was very, very good. What about you? What was your match of the night?
I'm gonna go over to the women's championship match.
Nice.
Vicky Vicious. It's an absolutely tremendous match. I love these two together. And again, the first time matchup, it was very, very good. Everything was solid. Getting to see both these ladies do what they do best, and just a great match. And yeah, it makes it a little sad, but it was a great match. I enjoyed it. These two were absolutely tremendous. I'm giving this match because I'm trying to not pick the Rumble because I think
the Rumble is like very obvious pick.
But of the matches, not including the Rumble, because the Rumble's the Rumble. It's the big thing. But yeah, it's definitely. I think the women's championship match absolutely tremendous. I'm going with that match on the women's championship.
Yeah, I agree. It was a very, very solid, very good women's match. So it was definitely between those two, for sure. Sorry, I'm flustered. I'm still excited. Okay, so that is the end of another episode of the Pop Spot. I guess we need to.
Where can they find you?
Where can they find me? They can find me at the Blue Sky on awscomedy.bluesky.social. You can find me on the Instagrams where I promote all my shows at AWS Comedy YEG. And if you want to find a little other podcast I do where me and the guy who doesn't have eyes and my best friend talk about the Power Rangers and review it and have a fun old time, you can find the Morphomania podcast on youtube.com/@humanoidfreak2515. All the episodes are there. And I can guarantee that Andreas is almost done editing a new episode. It's been a year. I am really sorry. The Morphomania podcast is for sure coming back, hopefully sometime this month. And I'm going to push to make sure it's sometime this month. Because I really want to get back into it. Because Lord Zed is coming up. It's barreling really quickly here. One little shout out to the Grindstone Theater, one of my favorite places in the city. A subsidized theater space for up and coming and emerging artists. I will once again give a shout out to the Mixtape Improv show that'll be this couple Thursdays from now. It'll be Thursday, the 29th of January at 9 p.m., where a bunch of improvers get thrown and jumbled up into randomized groups, given a format, and told to go out there and have fun. I am not going to be in that show, unfortunately. I did sign up for it, but I did not get in. But I am very likely going to be there for that show. So if you want something to check out and you're a fan of improv, I would highly recommend Mixtape Improv. They also do a public improv jam every Saturday, noon to 2 p.m., where it's a welcoming and inclusive space where people can come in, even if you've never done improv before. Try improv, practice it if you've done it before. It's a fun time. I've been there several times. It's a fun time. I will stop the rambling as much as I love to. But where can they find you, my friend?
You can find me on the X and Blue Sky at that Canada Guy Instagram. It's at that Canada Dude. You can find me over at our local establishment. As we record this, it's Saturday morning still technically, but I will be back on OLE Sunday morning as we record this. I'm going to be live Sunday night, so you can check out the video and the replays over on YouTube as myself, Ol Ed, and Peggy. We're going to be back for our 2026 Marvel Talk here in preview as we preview everything that's on the schedule and everything that's rumored to be coming out in the next few years. We're going to go over it all. We're going to talk about it. We got lots to talk about in all things Marvel and just what we're looking forward to, what we're going about, and all the great stuff we do that Marvel has coming out this year. And then that we will be back at the end of the month for Wonder Man. Marvel Talk will be having our Wonder Man full season review because all the episodes are coming out at once, and they're coming out on like a Tuesday. So we're gonna watch them all, and then the following weekend we're gonna talk about them. So we're gonna get some Marvel Talk. We're gonna get a couple episodes of Marvel Talk over the next couple of weeks. So stay tuned for all of that. And all the other great, and I'm there every Sunday morning, 9 a.m. or 11 a.m. Eastern with my boy sometimes OLED and my boy Bobby Munson as we chat all the world of sports. But you can also find us right here on Backbreaker Video as we do the Pop Spot. And in the next couple of weeks, we are setting up our time to record. We will have the first episode of Pop Spot Presents featuring our boy, our friend, our CW Wrestler of the Year, Kamikaze. He will be joining us for the first episode of Pop Spot Presents because I had a great conversation with him, but there's so much more I want to talk to him about. So we're going to do it. We're going to talk to him. That'll be coming out over the next couple of weeks. I got to talk to him tomorrow as we record. The day this comes out on Monday. We'll be talking to Kamikaze, set up a time to record. And then we'll be putting that out right here on Backbreaker Video it'll be out before the end of the month. Do not worry. We'll be having that come out hopefully very soon for you guys. It will either come out over the next week or the next week and a half, 2 weeks before all the wrestling events are coming, or it's going to come out right at the end of the month.
One of the two.
After we drop a couple pop spots covering LPW and RCW's upcoming events. So but all that right there on Backbreaker Video, but all the other great wrestling content you can watch on Backbreaker Video, and you can see Mike live on YouTube doing his AEW watch-alongs. You can also see him live on Twitch.tv/MikeTheRef, where he does his AEW watch-alongs. But he also plays a lot of video games over there. He's got his new eFed that he's running with a bunch of him and a bunch of other made-up characters of the creators. And I'm wondering why the hell he didn't create a character for me and put me in the game. I'm very mad at him for not
season 2. You can put us in season 2.
Why he doesn't have me and AWS in as a tag team? I don't understand. But he should. He should. Check that out at Twitch.tv/MikeTheRef. We're on replays of that content. YouTube.com/backbreaker_gaming. Oh, and one more shout out to RCW. You can check them out on their Facebook page and get links to their tickets over on Eventbrite. Yes. Or you can search up Real Canadian Wrestling on Eventbrite to get tickets to the next show, which is January 24th. And check that out. Myself will be there. AWS will be there. That's going to be a very busy weekend in the professional wrestling.
Yeah, because it's
4 shows in 4 days.
4 shows in 4 days.
4 days. It's going to be crazy.
Wow. Can we get a pop for that?
Pop, pop.
Pop, pop. So with that, we have come to the end of the first pop spot of 2026. This has been Andre C. I have been AWS. Thank you so much for coming and watching and supporting the show. Make sure you drop a comment, subscribe to Backbreaker Media so you can continue to pop about all your favorite spots in wrestling just with us. And until next time, stay popping. Bye-bye.